Welcome back to New Jersey Now. I'm Mark Bonamo. They have been reducing food waste while at the same time feeding those in need. The nonprofit Table to Table is now celebrating their 25th year anniversary of serving our communities. Here for more is Executive Director Heather Thompson. So, Ms. Thompson, for those who may not be aware, what is Table to Table?
Table to Table is New Jersey's first and largest dedicated food rescue nonprofit. So we source surplus fresh food to be donated by food donors all over this region of New Jersey. Supermarkets, meal kit companies, distributors, wholesalers, restaurants, all these different places where good food typically gets thrown away, and then we deliver it free of charge to a network of over 250 community agencies, food pantries, community kitchens, schools, shelters, group homes, veterans programs, all of these places that are supporting our neighbors who are food insecure.
Now, this is your 25th year anniversary. What's the importance of this milestone?
We are celebrating our silver anniversary, not just because we're incredibly proud of what we've been able to accomplish in these 25 years, but because we know what a difference we've been able to make, what an impact we've been able to make both on our neighbors and on the environment. And we know how much more there is to do. So while we celebrate everything we've accomplished, we are excited for everything that is to come. We've set ourselves a really ambitious goal for this year of rescuing and delivering 25 million pounds of fresh food. That is the equivalent of 25 million meals. And we're well on track. We are about 2/3 of the way there, and we are not stopping. We're out there every day.
You talk about goals. Since 1999, Table to Table has rescued enough food to provide 311 million healthy meals.
That's right.
That equates to what? About 109 tons of food.
That's right.
Kept out of landfills, and millions of your neighbors receive free and nutritious food that would otherwise they couldn't afford. When you hear numbers like that, particularly when people can't afford food like that all the time, what are your thoughts?
It's astonishing. I mean, the reality is that there is need all around us in New Jersey. There are neighbors everywhere in all of our communities that are struggling to be able to afford to put good, healthy food on the table every single day for themselves and their families. And when you think about that amount of food and the idea that that food could have ended up in landfills, this food that folks want the most, the fresh produce and the protein and the eggs and the dairy products that are highly perishable, that tend to be thrown away the most quickly, and that is what people are struggling to be able to afford. It's just an equation that makes sense. Let's not let that good food get thrown away. Let's get it to the folks who need it. And it's really an astonishing amount. The estimate is that 3 billion pounds of food are thrown away in New Jersey every single year, while about 1 million people don't have access to enough food.
What is the economic impact of saving this food?
It translates to millions of dollars worth of food. It translates to folks being able to redirect their limited resources to other significant needs. When you think about the number of seniors living in our communities who are living on fixed incomes and making some really difficult choices at that point in their lives, again, it's so critical that everybody, including older people, are able to eat well and eat healthy. But when people are making those tough choices on how to spend their limited dollars, one of the first things they'll eliminate is fresh, healthy food.
Again, it's important to note that at least 98 cents of every dollar goes directly to the operation of your vehicles in terms of your organization and the delivery of food.
Yeah.
So restaurants who want to participate, they need to know that this is cost effective for them, yes?
It's extremely cost effective with our model of having a combination of our fleet of refrigerated trucks and our drivers who are out on the road every single day picking up larger scale donations, combined with our incredible army of volunteers who are using our iRescue app to go out and pick up and deliver smaller rescues from restaurants and neighborhood markets, delis, places like that. We're really able to deliver on our mission in a very effective way. Every single dollar that is contributed gives us enough resources to pick up and deliver 10 meals. And that's because of the way we've been able to scale our model and harness the power of volunteers to expand upon what our drivers and trucks are able to do.
You set this goal, as you mentioned before, of rescuing and delivering enough fresh food for 25 million meals this year. Where are you in terms of meeting that goal, and what do you think you're going to need to achieve that goal?
We are well on our way. We are somewhere around 16, 17 million pounds this year to date. And we are not stopping until we get to our goal. But what we need is support to make sure that we can continue to get out there every day. We need financial support to literally fuel our mission, fuel our trucks, keep our trucks and our drivers on the road. And we also are looking always for more volunteers to help us out with those smaller rescues through our iRescue app. That's a growing area of our mission, and it's having a growing impact. Volunteers alone so far this year have rescued more than 1 million pounds of food using their own cars and using our app to go pick up those donations and drop them off at our partners.
You talk about growth. You already have an imprint in Bergen, Essex, Hudson, and Passaic counties, and now you're expanding into Morris County.
That's right.
What does this expansion mean in terms of your footprint in North Jersey and in terms of meeting the goals of your mission?
Our decision to expand into Morris County is really driven by understanding what a need there is for a resource like ours across the entire state, and in particular looking at communities where there is a lot of potential for food to be donated, but also a lot of need among the neighbors. And it's important to understand that, especially in a state like New Jersey where the cost of living is high, need doesn't just look like somebody who is currently homeless, living on the street, sleeping on a park bench. Need can be our neighbors. Need can be the family down the street that is putting together a couple of jobs and minimum wage income to try to make ends meet in an expensive state like New Jersey, or that senior living on that fixed income.
How can people support your efforts, and how can people learn more about Table to Table?
Visit our website, tabletotable.org, and you'll find all sorts of ways to get involved with our mission. It's one of the wonderful things about this organization. Absolutely anyone can play a part in our food rescue mission. Individuals can volunteer, download that iRescue app, and sign up to do rescues on their own schedule in their own communities. We encourage folks to get their companies involved. You can do group volunteering with your company, or we can come to you and get your employees engaged. Schools, students and their families can get involved, host produce drives, do in-school activities to help students learn about food waste and need in their communities and how to connect the dots. And of course, anybody who wants to become a part of our mission by supporting financially, again, we are relying on our communities to fuel our mission and keep us on the road every single day.
Heather Thompson, Executive Director of Table to Table, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks so much for having me.
That's all for today's show. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time on New Jersey Now.